Good morning, campers. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're at Yellowstone again, which, if you ignore the flattened buildings, is a lovely place. There's a lovely little terminal over here that is not flat. But a lot of the other stuff around here is, but it's fine. It's fine. We're going to be leaving shortly. I know I've done a couple videos around Yellowstone, but we are actually going to get out of here today. So let's boop into, actually, let's get the, let's reset the drone cam so it's not way up there next time I go to use it. Let's see here. I want mixture full. And let's get a little bit of throttle. Turn that off. Oh, I haven't turned on this plane in quite some time. So let's see. Cowl flaps. Let's just go ahead and... Nope, that's the wrong direction. Open. There we go. Fuel selector. Left tank on. Right tank on. Batteries. Excellent. I'll keep the avionics off for now. Fuel pump. That ought to do. Alright, got... Nope. Why did that not catch? I've got the mixture full, right? Yeah. Not enough, Alright, let's keep the fuel pump on until... the engine catches this time. There we go. Alright, right fuel pump. Right engine did not start. I believe the right engine started that time. Excellent. Okay, everything's looking nice and normal. Let's get the alternators on. Oh, what's the pitot heat? I can do that. It's chilly. So we're gonna need the pitot heat. There we are. Exhaust heat is coming up. Rudders, that propeller's still going, right? Yeah. Looking good. We're good on fuel. Alternator load's looking good. Let's get the avionics on and the prop sync on. Prop sync always on in this plane. Okay, excellent. 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 Oh, we've got an altimeter an altitude knob now. That's a nice change. That wasn't there last time. Alright, so some stuff has been updated. We still don't have one over here, but over here's, you know, not terrible. Let's go ahead and set up our departure. So, we are flying to Jackson, Wyoming today, which we are up in Yellowstone, or West Yellowstone here. So we're not going through the park, we're going around the park. So we're going to go down to this intersection here, Sabat, and then over to this intersection, Quirt, and then straight into Jackson. Well, not quite straight in. We've got to do a procedure turn to get set up on the ILS, but we'll be almost straight in, assuming the weather in the game is anything resembling real life. Which, actually, let me go ahead and check that. Are we on live weather? Live, please. And live. Excellent. How much did that change? Quite a lot. Oh, All right, got a bit of a thunderstorm here. That's exciting. All right, wasn't expecting that. Can I get air traffic control? I think there's an AWAS here. Yes.
Kilo Whiskey Yankee Sierra automated weather observation 2100 Zulu. Wind 246 at 8. Visibility tree in heavy rain. Sky condition few clouds at 800 feet, few clouds at 4,600 feet, few clouds at 11,700 feet.
Makes sense.
2C dew point 10C altimeter 29er 69er.
29er 69er. Ooh,
Kilo
that's
Whiskey Yankee Sierra automated weather observation 2100 Zulu. Wind 246 at 8.
okay. So 246. So it's a crosswind. So we'll take
Sky
off
condition few clouds at
19.
800 feet, few
That's
clouds
fine.
at 4,600 feet, few clouds at 11,700.
Let's get our IFR clearance.
Salt Lake approach Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo ready to copy IFR clearance to Jackson. Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo is cleared to Jackson Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure frequency is 1.3.2.4 squawk 2366. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
23. Oops, wrong button. 2366. 2366.
Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo cleared to Jackson Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Oh, we've already got
Departure
one.
is
324.
1.3.2.4 squawk 2366. Clearance void 30 minutes from now. Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo readback is correct.
Perfect. All right, so Yellowstone traffic's 1230. All right, so we are cleared up to 14,000. We are sitting on the ground at 6,650 right now. So there's mountains all around this airport, if you remember. So we've got a very specific set of procedures we have to do to get out. So what we're going to do is, this is our airport. We're going to take off runway 19 and fly direct to the NDB that we used on the ILS landing as a marker. So we're going to fly direct to that NDB, and then we're going to fly a course of 190 away from the NDB, do a climbing left turn back towards the NDB, and then we're going to hold and climb up to 12,000. Once we're at 12,000, then we'll proceed on course to our next waypoint and keep climbing to 14. So that is the plan. We need to tune in the NDB. Back, we're still on standby, right? Yeah. So NDB, ADF DME. The NDB is 415. Oh, too far? 4 1. Wow, I'm really terrible at navigating this. 415. Okay. Enter. Enter. And now PFD, give me bearing 1. Nope. To the ADF. Did I copy that wrong? Maybe I just can't pick it up from the ground. That's fine. Alright. As long as we see it once we take off, we're alright. So we're going to want the heading of 190. We're just presetting all of the stuff that we need on here. Heading 190. Excellent. Our first, the first waypoint we're going to go to is going to be Sabat, which is a course of 195 degrees. That's not the right. course. There we go. Of course, turn this to 195. Nailed it. Alright, so that's on 195. We need to tune VOR1 to IDA, which is 11385. 11385. Transfer. IDA? IDA. Excellent. Which will be a pretty much direct course, almost. We'll worry about that when we get there. Then our second leg is going to be D&W, so let's go ahead and just switch over to nav2. D&W is 1172. Yeah, these are in the GPS, but I like using the radio beacons because it's fun. 1172. Swap that over. D&W, excellent. And then we are going to use a localizer at Jackson. And the localizer is going to be 1091. This is actually really convenient that we've only got 4 different, or well, we're doing 5, but one of them's a DME, one of them's a ADF. So it's very convenient. DME is going to be on nav1, perfect, because we'll need the DME on the localizer. And then we're also going to be using the Jackson VOR if we have a missed approach. So we're going to tune that now because we can, and it's better to do that on the ground than in the air. All right, excellent. So we're all set up for everything we're going to need. I hope. Can I go ahead and... we don't need DME. Yeah, go ahead and have DME on nav1. Actually, DME on... Can I set the DME to be... no, we'll want DME on nav1. That's fine. What else do I need to do? Get out of that. Oh, we're already picking up D&W. Interesting. But that course is going to be 087. So I think I can just go ahead and set this now. Nope, little one. Thank you. And I suspect it will hold that. I really hope I don't get hit by lightning just sitting here on the ground. Taking off into a thunderstorm, not exactly my idea of a good time, but it'll at least be interesting, won't it? 1230, let's go ahead and transfer that. And then we want our CDI on VOR1. Our bearing is going to be the ADF. Assuming we pick anything up on that, and our heading is going to be 190. Okay, I think we're ready for takeoff. All right, those are clear. Wing ice light, strobe light, we don't need that yet. Nav light, let's turn that on. Panel lights, don't need that yet. Taxi light, let's get that on. And let's go ahead and announce our taxi.
Kilo Whiskey Yankee Sierra Traffic Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo is taxiing to Runway ONE.
I'm not taxiing to... Select runway for takeoff. Runway 19. Announce taxi.
Kilo Whiskey Yankee Sierra Traffic Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo is taxiing to Runway 19.
I love it when it makes a completely different decision than what I would have made for the runway to take off. Okay, we've got that call out done. We are good on fuel, right? Yeah, we're good on fuel. PFD, I want wind, please. Oh, right. Option 3. Perfect. Back. Back. Alright, let's get into the air. Release the parking brake. Just, careful. Oop, definitely cut that man in half. We're fine. Why does it think I want to go to that runway? I absolutely do not want to go to that runway. Yeah, as you can see, it's a slight tailwind, but mostly from our left. So we're going to be taking off into that as much as possible. Honk. So yeah, 16 minutes in, not off the ground yet, as usual. I really hope the ADF comes alive as soon as possible. All right. Get on the brakes. All right, let's do our run up. I need to keep turning, please. Keep plane. Perfect. Okay. Set our parking brake. Did that set the parking brake, or did that just release the parking brake? Parking brake. There we go. That definitely released it. Okay. Now we're going to individually run up both engines and get our mixture set. All right, so oop, too much. All right, 37%. That should be good. $38. All right, I think that ought to be decent. Okay, so let's get those two moving together again. There we go, got them locked. All right, I don't know the first thing about setting the mixture, but hopefully that's close. All right, yeah, they're both sitting at the same. Okay, let's strobe, landing light. We are going to announce our takeoff departing south.
Kilo Whiskey Yankee Sierra Traffic Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo taking off runway 19er, south departure.
Alright. Oh, and I need to parking brake. Ding. Nailed it. We're at a pretty high altitude, like over 6,000 feet, so we want to make sure we've got our mixture set before the takeoff. And we're going to take up as much of this runway as possible. Anyone coming? No. Anyone coming? Also no. I don't think I've got any traffic turned on. Alright, this is a long enough runway. We should be able to take off without flaps. And there's a crosswind, so I don't really want to have flaps, I don't think. I'm not entirely sure how that one works. Our heading, 190. Hopefully we get our bearing as we take off. Full throttle. Don't go anywhere yet. Transponder. Altitude. Knew I forgot something. And our cowl flaps are open. Perfect. Full throttle. Go. Back off a little bit on the throttle to keep our RPM in a good spot. Use the rudder to correct for the wind. Oof. Bumpy liftoff. It's okay. It's okay. Doing good. Grab into the wind. Keep climbing. Bring in the landing gear. Alright, we don't have our ADF bearing yet. There's our outer marker. Alright, let's set our autopilot. Alright, so that's roll and pitch hold. Let's sync our heading and turn on heading hold. And let's get our altitude set for 10,000. Actually, no, we are going to be doing a climb to 12,000, so we'll go ahead and have that set. And then our vertical speed. Gonna just keep on climbing. We have our bearing yet. Excellent, we've got our bearing. Okay, so let's get that needle centered. We do have a little bit of wind still. So we'll have to correct as we go. We can afford to climb a little bit sharper. Nose up, nose up. got 21 inches manifold pressure, 2,700 RPM. That's fine. All right. Okay, we just crossed the DME. That's perfect. Or not the DME, we just crossed the NDB. Gonna keep flying out. Alright, we're gonna start our left turn. We're gonna need our timer here. No, keep turning. So this is a procedure just designed to keep us away from the mountains while we climb out. And I've definitely done it wrong. So there's that. But we're almost at 12,000 anyway. Alright, we're crossing the NDB again. So we're going to turn our heading to 192, though we are about to reach 12,000. Alright, let's go ahead and switch back to that frequency and get talking to Salt Lake Center.
Salt Lake Center Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo, is at 11,800 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
Beechcraft November Golf 58 Lima Echo Salt Lake Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.70.
2970. Alright, we are above 12,000. We are on course, so we're free to leave the hold. And once we start picking up our VOR, we will be able to... Whew. Angry skies. Very angry skies. Yeah, I've been just staring at the instrument panel this whole time. Once we start picking up that VOR, we'll be able to start zeroing in on our destination. I would like 15,000, please.
Salt Lake Center, Beechcraft, 8 Lima Echo. Request 16,000 feet.
No, I want 15,000.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo climb and maintain 14,000
You know what?
feet. expect 16,000 feet.
Sure.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Expect 16,000 feet. Beechcraft, 8 Lima Echo.
I'll be honest, 16's fine. We got oxygen in this plane. All right. All right, current time. Do I have just a clock in this airplane anywhere? Is it on the yoke? Oh, there's no clock on the yoke. That's surprising. You know what? I have a cell phone. It is 14:53. So it is 15:53 Mountain Time.
Beechcraft 8 Lima, Echo climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Beechcraft, 8 Lima Echo.
Wait a minute. Oh, separate fuel tanks for each engine. Gotcha. I need to back off on the RPMs. There we go. All right, so don't switch fuel tanks on this plane. $16,000 vertical speed, nose up. 500 feet per minute is fine. And I don't need the timer any longer. I would, however, like this to zoom out a little bit.
Beechcraft 8 Lima, Echo, please expedite your climb to
I'm
16,000
going!
feet.
Chill. Can I... There we go. Which button is it to zoom out? Is it this one? Zoom in. It's almost like I haven't been flying for like 2 weeks. There we go. Oh, there is other traffic. Okay. I'm not alone. We are going to make our heading a little bit to the right. Try and intercept the our course once we get it. And you guys can just go away for now. That's fine. All right, now that we are at cruise, let's go ahead and close our cowl flaps. I don't really want to lean the fuel mixture very much more, but we can back off on the RPM. Let's do about 20. $100. Perfect. And we'll just keep the throttle at full because the manifold pressure is only 17, which is lower than I expect. We are getting blown. Oh, there we go. We got our course.
Alaska 1045, contact Salt Lake Center on ONE 28.35. decimal tree 5 for Alaska 1045.
Can I set my first bearing now to my next GPS point? Perfect.
SkyWest 5589er contact Salt Lake Center on 133 decimal 25.
I keep getting the flashes of lightning from behind me. Just staring at my instrument panel and not enjoying the lovely scenery around me. Just the, you know, the tragedy of IFR flight. Okay. Turn you back on. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more speed out of this thing. We don't need to be saving fuel. How about... yeah, 2340. See how that does. Huh, so... we are at our, well, we're close to our cruise altitude. For some reason, the autopilot really doesn't want to put us exactly at the altitude I want. It's a little bit strange. Let's make sure our control button's not jammed and tap the B key. Interesting. B just resets the...
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo contact Salt Lake Center on ONE 28 decimal tree 5.
12835.
128 decimal tree 5. Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo.
Let me... there we go. Oh, I'm on the wrong... Nope, nope. One, two, eight. Three, five. Nope, one too far. Switch over and give me back my ATC.
Salt Lake Center, Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima, Echo 16,000 feet.
Beechcraft November Golf 5 8 Lima Echo Salt Lake Center. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29er decimal 72.
2972, got it. Alright, that is what I just did with the B key a moment ago, so that can go away. Expecting to intercept our course any moment. So you should see this line start to come over, and then we'll turn and just kind of follow that line. Beautiful day to be flying, now that we're out of the thunderstorm. Alright, we've crossed our GPS course, so we should get pretty close to the radio navigation course. Because I tried to line them up as close as possible. See, I think this line's just starting to creep towards us now. So as you can see, we're now a little bit to the west of our course, our GPS course. I want the radio course, dang it. Really surprised we couldn't pick up that VOR from further away. The funny thing is, we're only 10.5 nautical miles.
Lake Center, generic Golf Delta Sierra 55 is out of flight level 380 for 10,000 feet. Generic Golf Delta Sierra 55 Salt Lake Center, continue as planned.
We're only 10.2 nautical miles from our first waypoint, which is Sabat. So we're really not going to spend much time at all on our actual course before we switch immediately to the next thing. If we get any time at all, is it ever going to start coming over? So see, now our bearing towards that waypoint is lined up with our course, so we should be finding this line pretty soon, because that intersection is on this course. Well, you know what, we're just going to turn towards the intersection. And center the CDI on the VOR. Alright, so interestingly that didn't line up quite right, but it should be fine. We'll go ahead and switch to our next VOR back. VOR2. Okay, so yeah, we're already really close to this one, which at least appears to be working properly. Once our GPS brings us towards a different waypoint, then we'll make our turn. It should realize we're close enough and go ahead and lock us onto the next waypoint any moment now. Or not. That's fine. Alright, well, let's hit nav mode. Ding. Alright, so now the aircraft is going to lock on to this VOR course. And handily it will automatically correct for automatically correct for the wind. Alright, so I guess I want... Bearing's not being useful now, so can I have the bearing on nav 2? There we go. That gives me the DME for nav 2 as well. Alright, so the plane's struggling to get us onto the correct course, but it's getting there.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo, you are 42 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee Runway 19er approach via Delta November Whiskey transition.
I am
Cleared to Delta
absolutely...
November
No.
Whiskey.
I am absolutely not doing that. What? The ridgeline in front of me is at 14,000 feet. Okay.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee Runway 19er approach via Delta November Whiskey transition. Cleared to Delta November Whiskey. Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo, contact Salt Lake Center on 132.4.
Sure.
132.4 for Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo. Salt Lake Center Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo, is out of 16,000 feet for 11,000 feet.
Beechcraft November Golf 58 Lima Echo Salt Lake Center, continue the Delta November Whiskey as planned. Altimeter 29.73.
29er73. Okay, so let's go ahead and open the this again. We're going to bring up our ILSY runway 19. Okay, so this is going to be our approach. We're flying in, and we're going to fly into this waypoint. This is Court, which is 17.3 DME from the ILS. So we're going to fly into Court, and then we're going to turn left to heading 007 and start descending to 13,100. We're going to do this procedure turn, which is 322 out and turn right to 142.
Please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
No, they'll get over it. We'll make a right turn to 142, and that will set us up on the localizer. Once we're established on the localizer, we'll descend to 11,000 by the time we cross Court again, and we'll descend to 9,700 before we get to FATMO, which is 11 DME, and that will put us in our final approach fix for the runway, and that's also where we should intercept the glide slope. So, sounds complicated, but it's not too bad, honestly. Let's go ahead and switch that to the localizer. Yeah, you can see why I didn't want to descend to 11,000.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo, please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
You are just so annoying. It's like they know that I have no intent of descending to 11,000. So our approach course is 3 degrees, so we should be descending. If we get our speed down to, our glide speed's like 105 knots, but our descent speed is, let's see, it should have it on here. Time of reference. Yeah, our approach speed, glide's 115, so our approach is going to be like 105, which is fine. So we're coming in on this radial, we're going to hit this waypoint, and we're going to turn left, set ourselves up, teardrop back in, and straight into land. Ideally. Assuming they don't scream at us too much over the... over that. We do, however, need to intercept the localizer at some point, and I don't have that yet. There it is. Just got it. Perfect. All right, so let's synchronize our heading. And we'll switch over to heading hold mode. Ding. And then we will switch our CDI.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo, please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
Shush. All right, so we've got our localizer zeroed in. We are holding the same course that we were on with VOR2, so this should keep us traveling along roughly the same line. Nope, nope, nope. Back to the localizer. There we go. So now, when we intercept the localizer, we'll turn left onto a back course, which I have a button for. Yes, I have a button for. It's exciting. We're going to be using all kinds of buttons. So if you're wondering why I don't go over here and hit these actual autopilot buttons with the mouse, is I have buttons on my instrument panel for most of the autopilot buttons, just because it's a little bit easier.
Echo, please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
Hush you, I've got a mountain in front of me. I do not want to hit the mountain. Oh, we're looking the wrong way for the mountains. Let's... And then... Hear the thunder? Ah, it's going to be a lovely landing. F12. Oh, I almost got the lightning. Oh, we ever fly straight into a thunderstorm. That's exciting. Back inside. Whew.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo, please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
Hush you. I've got to be very careful on how I descend to 11,000 because there's a big line of mountains. If we just descend to 11,000 now, we could smack right into the side of those mountains. Instead, we're going to stay at 14,100, which is our minimum safe altitude, and the altitude we're expected to arrive at Quart. 14,100 will make sure we cleared this peak and this peak. Arrive at Quart at 14.1, and we'll start our descent with our procedure turn. Oh, we'll back course, start our descent, procedure turn back in the very specific place where you're supposed to do it, and where you won't hit anything. Ideally. Does it give any guidance on exactly where that should be? Nope. Oh boy.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo, please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
So a 3-degree descent would be right now about 500 feet per minute. No, sorry, it would be about 750 feet per minute. We don't want that. Beautiful weather outside. Oh, there's some more lightning.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo, contact Salt Lake Center on 133.25.
13325, got it.
133.25, Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo. Salt Lake Center, KLM 605, is out of flight level 400 for 11,000 feet.
KLM 605.
Wow,
Salt
skipped
Lake
the whole
Center,
10 there.
continue
That's
as
fun.
planned.
Ding.
Salt Lake Center Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo is out of 14,100 feet for 11,000 feet.
Do I have a
Beechcraft,
DME
November
on?
Golf 5, 8 Lima Echo Salt Lake Center, continue to Delta November Whiskey, as planned. Altimeter
12.2. I think. I hope. That should be pretty sure 12.2 is going to be the distance there, but we'll see. So that's 8 miles ahead of us from the looks of things. Let's go ahead and set up our next descent, which is 13.1.
Beechcraft, 8 Lima Echo, please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
Hush you. Just minimum throttle. And minimum RPM here. Five miles from our turn. Getting close. All right, fingers.
Beechcraft, 8 Lima Echo, please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
Yeah, stop yelling at me. I know what I'm doing, trust me. I don't, but I feel like I know more of what I'm doing than the air traffic controller yelling at me. The digital air traffic controller. Getting close. All right, we're going to go ahead and start our turn.
Beechcraft, 8 Lima Echo, please expedite your descent to 11,000 feet.
And we're going to start our descent. And we're going to switch to back course. All right, so our heading is our procedure turn here is going to
Beechcraft,
be.
8 Lima Echo, you are 18 miles north of Jackson.
Yep,
Contact Jackson Tower on 118.07 when inbound on the approach.
322.
Tower on 118.07 Beechcraft, 8 Lima Echo.
All right, Jackson Tower, 118.07. Oh, I just did that by accident automatically. That's fine.
Jackson Tower Beechcraft, November Golf 5 8 Lima Echo 20 miles north inbound ILS Yankee Runway 19er approach.
Beechcraft November Golf 58 Lima Echo Jackson Tower. Cleared ILS Yankee Runway 19er approach. Altimeter 29.73 wind 234 at 10.
Perfect.
Cleared ILS Yankee Runway 19er
Heading
approach.
mode, please.
Beechcraft, 8
Nope,
Lima
it just
Echo.
moved my heading. That's fine. Turn me to 322, please. And we're going to do 322 for 1 minute. Our next altitude is going to be 11,000 for Quart. There's 13.1. There's 1 minute, turning to 142. Our next altitude is going to be 11,000. Let's go ahead and set that up. 11,000, vertical speed. And then we're going to pick up the localizer here in a moment. I have, luckily, another button for localizer. Okay, switching to localizer hold. Alright, that's 25.4, so our next waypoint is 17.3 at 11,000, and we can descend to 9,700 for 11. Okay, let's get ourselves thinking about landing. Oh god, I've been watching too many of... I've been watching too many videos from someone who says that a lot. Alright, so we're on the localizer. I've got another aircraft coming in, it looks like. Hopefully well behind me. Double check 9,700. 9,700, yep. We are not descending fast enough. Passing Quirt, right at 11,000. Excellent. We're a little bit above course. All right, we're about to descend below 10,000. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights on. Those are our taxi lights. Because why not? Airport's somewhere up ahead of us still. Alright, approaching 9,700. We're going to go ahead and set ourselves up on approach mode. Give me approach, please. Alright, it's hunting for the glide slope. Alright, we're going to throttle back. Propeller up. Drop our landing gear. All right, we are on the glide slope. Back off our throttle so the plane automatically pitches up a little bit so we can get some flaps in on this. There we go, dropping flaps. 1-notch flaps. Fuel, undercarriage, mixture, propeller. Cow flaps. Go ahead and put our strobe light on because we are coming in for landing. Alright, our minimum is going to be 7,300. If we don't see the runway by then, we're not landing. Keep backing off on that. So we are below that. Alright, so we are going to be... We'll need 14,000 for missed approach. Anybody see the airport yet? There it is. Beautiful. Dead ahead. Touchdown zone 6451. Excellent.
236 at 10.
236 at 10. Clear to land.
Clear to land runway 19er Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo.
All right, we are at approaching our minimums. I see the runway. We are going for a landing. Ooh, that was close.
$500.
500 feet radar altitude. Disconnect autopilot. Kill throttle. Just hold it up. Hold it up. Yeah, crosswinds. Not good at crosswinds.
Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo exit runway when able.
Working on it. But we did touch down on the runway, so I consider that a
Beechcraft 8
victory.
Lima Echo contact ground on 124.55.
12455.
124.55 for Beechcraft 8 Lima Echo.
All right. 1, 2, 4. Five. Excellent. Get that up there. Okay, so now we can hear them. Let's get the aircraft cleaned up a bit. That can go away. Doot. Don't need either of those. Wind off. Autopilot is off. See our strobe light off. Landing lights off. Let's get our trim. Set for... I need to zoom in a little bit on that. Trim to neutral, perfect. Propeller to full. Mixture, we'll leave that where it is. For now, let's go ahead and just mostly close the cowl flaps. Flaps up. Accidentally turned on reverses that I don't have for a moment there. That's fine. Okay, and lights are set. Flaps are retracted. I think we're good. Let's talk to ground.
Ground Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima, Echo request taxi to parking. Beechcraft, November Golf 5, 8 Lima, Echo taxi to general aviation parking, via taxiway Alpha.
Excellent.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Beechcraft, 8 Lima Echo.
Let's get our butts over to the transient aircraft parking. Ooh, we get a person to guide us in this time. That's exciting. I think. Am I good? Yeah, I think I'm good. Let's just parking brake. You're gonna sit there for a while, person. Alright, let's get rid of that. Safely on the ground. Alright, nav light, taxi light off. Pitot heat off. Yep, I know, very upset about that. Right, I am ready to turn off the engines, so let's go ahead and get the avionics and the prop sync off. Turn off the right engine first. Right alternator can go off, and right engine magneto off. Left engine. Yay, I landed. Left engine off. Left alternator off. Left magneto off. Beacon off. And batteries off. Excellent. Go ahead and close the cow flaps all the way, just so they don't get reined in. And that is us safely landed at Jack. That's... I don't feel like I was guided to a proper parking spot there. Just saying. Feel like this is meant for a much bigger plane than mine. Right? Also, where did the person with the things go? Mystery. It's a mystery. There's one. No idea what just happened there. Anyway, we landed. We did our trip fine. Mostly went according to plan. Didn't quite get that first course where I wanted it to, but you know what? We still got to our waypoint using the tools we had at hand, and still flew the. We flew the departure and we flew the approach correctly, mostly. We flew the approach a lot better than we flew the departure. Let me give you that. But yeah, think we did all right there. Think we did all right. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Ellie O'Dare. You can find me on the internet at Ellie O'Dare on Xbox Live, Steam, Facebook, or not Facebook, Xbox Live, Steam, Twitter, Nintendo Switch. Come say hi on Twitter. I'm there all the time. Or you can leave comments below the video. Do read all of those. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Welcome to Jackson, Wyoming. Just next to the Tetons. Lovely, lovely trip. Ooh, thunder. Lovely trip indeed. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. one more screenshot.